What's up, Stuart? What's going on with you? Let me just watch some stuff. Might as well just start it off a little bit early. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, here's a good way to start things off. Just give my reaction to this. Is this is like really stupid. I don't know if you got any one of you have seen this, but this guy who calls himself a libertarian socialist, that is some stupid bullshit. How can you call yourself a libertarian socialist?
Okay, as a libertarian socialist, right? As you would know, the workers controlling the means of production, right? That's just like an economic thing. I don't believe in big government, right? I believe no government.
No government. So you're an anarchist.
Yes. I believe in
Oh my gosh. He doesn't, so he calls himself a libertarian socialist and says he doesn't believe in big government. That makes no sense whatsoever. That makes zero freaking sense. And even though I have my disagreements with Charlie Kirk, yes, he absolutely destroys this dude who has the gall to call himself a libertarian socialist, quote unquote.
Voluntary hierarchy and democracy.
Okay, so wow. But let me ask you a question in all seriousness. No, here's the question. Here's a serious question, though. What's preventing you from doing what the Amish do? Get off the grid and just go live like that right now.
Well, the Amish are religiously excluded.
No, forget the religious component. Well, but the Amish are a great example.
It's incredibly difficult to just pick up everything that you have, leave, and go into.
So you want to tell me how to live?
No, I'm not telling you how to live.
No. You are, because.
Well, this is directed towards the dude who actually called himself a libertarian socialist. You actually did tell him how to live his life, what to do with his life, all that kind of stuff. You actually did. You implied it. So there you have it.
You're arguing for a governmental structure.
A lack of one, rather.
So even a lack of a governmental structure will then make me live the way you want me to live. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
However you want. What I'm saying is that.
So you're okay with me having 5 houses and 6 yachts?
What I'm saying is that the society that I currently
answer the question.
I'm forced to wait. What?
You're okay with me having 5 houses and 6 yachts?
I'm not okay with you having them as if you are not using them.
Oh, not you. So all of a sudden.
So basically, it comes down, people. If you buy like 6 houses and 2 yachts, and you have all this land and all that, all these people, they have a problem against that. If you're not using them, it doesn't matter if you're not using them. You own those plotted lands and all that. You own those houses and all that, those yachts. You own them. So don't go around and tell people what they can and cannot do with their freaking property, what to do, what they cannot do with their lives, what they can and cannot do, and all that. And that's just bullshit. You own some, 100 acres of land in Texas. That is your land, pure and simple. It doesn't matter if you work on your 100 acres of land. If you live on your 100 acres of land, it is still yours. It is you. You're the owner of that land. This guy, the quote and unquote libertarian socialist, quote unquote, my gosh, oh my geez, that's some stupid bull crap right there.
So you're now telling me how to live my life. I'm never going to tell you how to live your life, my friend. Why are you telling me how to live mine?
What I'm saying is that there are people that are literally starving, and that if you had extra houses and they literally just came and occupied the houses that you are not using, they are justified because you are being a massive asshole.
No, you are 110% wrong. You're saying that people can just roam whatever they fucking want on people's lands, on people's properties. No. Not the way it works, dude. Going back to the person, anybody who owns 100 acres of land in Texas, that is that person's land, who owns that plot of land. Pure and simple. Thus, it's actually private property. Doesn't matter if that person uses the land or not. I swear, some people.
Being a massive asshole to not. So if someone forcefully takes away something that is sedentary, not being used in that purpose, it is a rightful means of theft.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So you don't believe in private property rights?
No, I do not.
You don't believe in private property rights. So we're getting somewhere. So you're not a libertarian, my friend. Libertarians believe.
I'm not a libertarian in the American. I'm not a libertarian in the capitalist sense. I'm not a libertarian in the American sense.
So stop using the word, because you're anything but it.
My gosh. I have to agree with Charlie Kirk on this. He's anything but a libertarian. Not a freaking libertarian, dude. If you call yourself a socialist and a libertarian, that doesn't make any sense. Libertarians believe in individual freedom. All that. There's other beliefs that they have. Hold on for a second. Libertarians seek to maximize autonomy and political freedom and minimize the state's violation of individual liberties, emphasizing free association, freedom of choice, individualism, and voluntary association. That is what libertarianism is all about. That, calling yourself a libertarian socialist, that makes no sense. Now, let's look at the word socialist here. All right. Socialism is a political, social, and economical philosophy encompassing a range of economic and social systems characterized by social ownership of the means of production as opposed to private ownership. So basically, socialism is like you own, like, say, my freaking my TV, my laptop, my apartment. It becomes everybody's property. Not the way it works in countries like the United States. Got to tell you, dude, you can't call yourself a libertarian socialist. Watch that again. Because this is some bullshit.
Okay, as a libertarian socialist, right, as you would know, the workers controlling the means of production, right? That's just like an economic thing. I don't believe in big government, right? I believe
You don't?
no government.
No government. So you're an anarchist.
Yes. I believe in voluntary hierarchy and democracy.
Okay, so wow. But let me ask you a question.
See, the one thing that gets me, especially these liberals who mix, these words together and say, "Oh, I'm a libertarian socialist." No, it doesn't work that way. You say you're against big government, but then you say that you're all for democracy. Well, if there's no government, then there's no democracy. This guy just made himself look like a fucking idiot. And that's from a libertarian constitutionalist saying that to somebody else.
In all seriousness, no, here's the question. Here's a serious question, though. What's preventing you from doing what the Amish do? Get off the grid and just go live like that right now.
Well, the Amish are religiously excluded.
No, forget the religious component.
Well,
but the Amish are a great example.
It's incredibly difficult to just pick up everything that you have, leave, and go into.
So you want to tell me how to live?
No, I'm not telling you how to live.
No. You are, because you're arguing for a governmental structure.
A lack of one, rather.
So even a lack of a governmental structure will then make me live the way you want me to live. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
However you want. What I'm saying is that.
So you're okay with me having 5 houses and 6 yachts?
What I'm saying is that the society that I currently
answer the question.
I'm forced to wait. What?
You're okay with me having 5 houses and 6 yachts?
I'm not okay with you having them as if you are not using them.
Oh, not you. So all of a sudden you're now telling me how to live my life. I'm never going to tell you how to live your life, my friend. Why are you telling me how to live mine?
What I'm saying is that there are people that are literally starving, and that if you had extra houses and they literally just came and occupied the houses that you are not using, they are justified because you are being a massive asshole.
Being a massive asshole to not. So if someone forcefully takes away something that is sedentary, not being used in that purpose, it is a rightful means of theft.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So you don't believe in private property rights?
No, I do not.
You don't believe in private property rights. So we're getting somewhere. So you're not a libertarian, my friend. Libertarians believe.
I'm not a libertarian in the American. I'm not a libertarian in the capitalist sense. I'm not a libertarian in the American sense.
So stop using the word, because you're anything but it.
What's up, Chaz B? But not a lot of people, Stuart. Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people are living off grid. Somebody may say, "Hey, I live out in the country," and say it's off grid, but it really isn't. Like, to me, living off grid, I got to live out the bumfuck somewhere. The bungfuck, like the boondocks, practically. All right. Whoever that dude was, he called himself a libertarian socialist. Let's take a look at the what it means to be a libertarian. Well, libertarianism. Libertarians seek to maximize autonomy and political freedom, political freedom, and minimize the state's violation of individual liberties, emphasizing free association, freedom of choice, individualism, and voluntary association. Putting the word socialist at the end of basically calling yourself a libertarian socialist, that makes absolutely no sense. Now, if you go down here, what does the Libertarian Party believe? The Libertarian Party is a political party in the United States that promotes civil liberties, non-interventionism, something about, I don't know, capitalism, and limiting the size and scope of government. So it's kind of aligns with conservatives. Libertarian is often thought of as a right-wing doctrine. This, however, is mistaken for at least two reasons. First, on social rather than economical reasons. Libertarian tends to be left-wing. Not necessarily. And that makes sense, Stuart. That makes sense. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. Let's see here. Let me get some more people in here. Oh, by the way, actually, never mind. Thought I had something there. Actually, just react to this. I don't know if I actually reacted to this video.
What is garbage you're watching? I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
How's it going, guys? It's Dry Fire Faith. So, the day before yesterday, Heavy Duty Country came out with.
Those of you who don't know, this is Dry Fire Faith. Good dude. He's very articulate in what he says. Some people may not like what he says. Some people may like what he says. Some people may feel indifferent about it, about his opinions or the facts that he brings to the table. But Dry Fire Faith is a good dude. Real good dude. Anyways.
The video titled something along the lines of, "We should make wearing masks illegal." Now, me being me, I'm not for that. If you want to wear a mask, go right ahead. Don't make me wear a mask. Don't get in my face if I'm not wearing a mask. But you do you. You take care of you. You can do whatever you want to your body as long as it's not affecting me. I have no problem with what you do. I don't think anyone should. Now, one of the age-old sayings that has stuck with me since I was knee-high on a grasshopper is, "My rights end where your nose begins." And so my rights are up and until here on you, right? As long as I'm not affecting you, it shouldn't matter. Now, the video that he put out had a gentleman at Costco losing his ever-living mind. And of course, he's wearing a mask. And the workers there are not wearing masks. And this guy, he pulls out a can of pepper spray and shoves another gentleman. And, you know, of course, at that point, you touched me. I'm allowed to defend myself. I think the only reason this guy didn't defend himself is because he still wants a job. Because we know the day and age that we're in right now, any sort of reactionary response is going to get you put on the chopping block. You're losing your job. You're not going to be able to provide for your family.
And that's sad, actually, that you can't, like anything that you do today, it doesn't matter if you do it outside the internet or, you know, online. It doesn't matter when you're this or that, this and that, you're going to be canceled, especially if you hurt this side of this group of people, you hurt their feelings, or you hurt this other group of people's feelings and all that. It's a never-ending vicious cycle. Seriously, a never-ending vicious cycle. Like, at this point, we are all just perpetuating the problem. Hook, line, and sinker.
So this guy did the smart thing and went, whoa, and stood back and let the fella act the way he was going to act while he called in on his walkie-talkie, and someone else, maybe it was this guy or maybe it was someone else, but they, you know, one of the workers, you know, called for security on their walkie-talkie. Dude says he didn't need this crap, and so then he takes off leaving. I'm not defending this gentleman's actions. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying I don't think that our government needs to be making anything legal or illegal anymore at this point. They've already done enough damage. And I don't think that we, the people, should be wanting them to be making another rule, right? And so one of the things that I said was something along the lines of, why is it that now you had a problem with the government mandating that you wore one, and yet now you want the government to mandate that they can't wear one? Do you see the hypocrisy? You know, like, two wrongs don't make a right.
I definitely see the hypocrisy. I really do.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yep, that's what it's basically. Gotcha, bitch. You know, Millennial Farmer. He's live. Oh man, Millennial Farmer. Good dude. That dude is awesome. I'm of the same opinion as Dry Fire Faith. You know, it's most things that we actually agree on. You know, I agree with him what he said. You want to wear a mask, go right ahead. You don't, awesome. You want to get the vaccine, go ahead and get it. You don't, all right, that's that. Of course, there's too many rules. So many rules to begin with. I mean, not like just basic rules. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not murder. Like the 10 Commandments, those are pretty straightforward rules, laws that we should abide by. That's a Norse pagan saying that. When I agree and say that thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not, steal, well, there you go. Those are the rules set for a society to live by. But as time goes on, and of course, when we had bows and arrows, then it went to muskets, and then guns, they, turned in from muskets to lever action rifles, revolvers, and then you got the 1911s, and of course the rifles started, all that. You had the Thompson guns, you had the Colt 1911s. Let's see, you had the MG 42s. I mean, like I said, you want to get the vaccine, get the vaccine. If you don't, awesome. If you want to wear a mask, do what you got to do. If you don't, great, grand, wonderful. Have a nice day. As long as you don't affect what you're saying doesn't affect my rights. I don't give a damn if you're a private citizen, quote unquote citizen, because I know people like to throw that word around. And yes, I'm also acknowledge that, people are citizens, but the word has different meanings to it. It really does. Being known as a subject, I'm not for that right there. I'm not for that idea. But yeah. I mean, why not just use the 10 Commandments? They're pretty straightforward, short, sweet, to the point. Am I right? Just use the 10 Commandments. I know in different religions, they have their own set of rules.
No matter how you slice it, two wrongs are not going to make it right. And I think that it's foolish. Now, I tried talking to him at least twice. And then I spoke to other like-minded people as myself on his channel who were saying, I don't think you should make it illegal. Of course, I'm not going to wear one, but why make it illegal? That's a leftist tactic. You're going to sway the pendulum so hard that the right becomes the left. I don't think that that's a smart idea. I am not of either.
I agree. When you say basically, oh, we should just make, mask illegal, that's a leftist tactic. Sorry that I'm not sorry. I don't care if you're right or left. If I hurt your pussy, I hurt your feelings, then maybe you need to take a long look at yourself in the mirror. evaluate yourself and say, hey, maybe I'm the common denominator here. Maybe I'm the problem. But then again, American politics is the laughing stock of the whole world. I guarantee you that North Korea is laughing at us. I guarantee you countries like Finland, Sweden, Iceland, Spain, Portugal, maybe even before what happened in Ukraine, I'm pretty sure the Ukrainians were laughing at us. I know for darn sure that the Chinese and the Russians are still laughing at us. American politics has become like the laughing stock of the entire world. If you can't see that, then you got some waking up to do.
Their political affiliation, but I do have right-leaning ideals. I also have left-leaning ideals with certain things. I don't believe that I don't believe that your past mistakes should be my responsibility. So if you have a child and you can't feed your child, you shouldn't be robbing your neighbor so that you can feed your child, right? I think that that's common sense. Anyone who truly loves liberty is going to more than likely agree with me. Now, the main reason for me making this video is because if you go through the comments, oh, and he did change the title of the video as opposed to even addressing the people that were on the same side of the fence as I was, looking in going, why do we need to make something illegal? Why do I need to get in someone's face? Because what he was saying is if I see someone wearing a mask, I'm going to get in their face automatically and assume they're robbing a bank, assume they're a criminal. That's foolish. That's stupid. All right. Now I'm not for the government mandating a mask. I'm not for the government mandating that you can't wear a mask. If you guys remember the Occupy Wall Street.
I'm also of the same mind as Dry Fire Faith here. I'm not for the government mandating people to wear a mask or not wear a mask. I'm not for that. In fact, one would argue that these orders, these mandates were nothing but draconian. They were nothing but draconian orders. That's simple.
2012, people were wearing the Guy Fawkes masks, and everyone was saying, we should make this illegal. And the government was pushing to make those masks illegal, taking away anonymity from people who were protesting because they didn't want to, A, lose their job or be subject to being put on a watch list, right? So a lot of what I have a problem with is all of the people who are blindly following this poltroon, because he is a poltroon. You can look it up. It's not a...
Yes, I agree. He is a poltroon. I mean, it's blatantly obvious.
Not a very frequently used word, but he's yellow. That's what he is. He needs to have the government thugs come in and force his will upon someone else. He's too much of a coward to use his own words to an individual. When they get in his face, it's automatically, I need to call the cops. Like, I don't get that. And a lot of his following, they were saying similar things like, oh, well, if you want to be such a Karen and you want to wear a mask, look, I don't want to wear a mask, first off. Second off, if someone wants to wear a mask, aren't you the Karen for running up and getting in their face and doing what they've been doing to the unmasked for the past 2 years? It seems...
Facts. That's the facts.
It's asinine. It's facetious for anyone to be seriously considering making something illegal as benign as someone putting a covering on their own face, right? There are already rules and laws in effect that say that if you mask yourself and you commit a crime, then you get in even more trouble. And that's in most states. I believe that's how it is here in Texas. I'm not for rules. I'm not for laws. I'm not for all of this. I'm not saying that, yay, daddy government. Thank you, daddy. May I have another? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is That's already on the books. You know what I mean? It's redundant at best, right? So a lot of these people were saying, well, why should we have to deal with this? You know, they're the ones that were calling the cops on us and getting us in trouble for not wearing one. Yet these are the same people that support the cops, right? They're the ones that support police officers stepping on their throat and telling them what to do. Or having someone call the cops, or having the government make a rule and having someone call the cops to then enforce the rule, to then tattletale on, you know, the rest of society, right? This became an informant society, and this proves it, because now everyone wants to run around, be a victim, or force their will on someone else, right? We don't need that, right? All of these people, they want blood, not brotherhood, and that's not what's going to fix this nation. It's definitely not going to be running up and fighting amongst ourselves that's going to solve it, right? I think that there are steps that you can take to win people over to your ideals and your viewpoint if you took the time. I'm not saying that it's the ultimate solution. I'm just saying you shouldn't go for blood first. We should go for brotherhood, right? And, you know, I'm sure that there's going to be people who disagree with me, but that's the beauty of this, right? That's the beauty of this nation. You're allowed to disagree.
Fire of Faith, it's not that I actually disagree with you or agree with you. It's just, you know, the liberals, they're dead set in their beliefs. Just like the conservatives, they're dead set in their beliefs. Like me, I'm dead set in my beliefs. That's just the way it is. I can't sugarcoat it for anybody. I just can't. One person has this belief that all cops are good. Another says, no, that's not true. Those two people, they're individuals. They have their own beliefs. Like I said, they're dead set on their beliefs. That's just the facts. I mean, should we go for blood first? No. I seriously doubt it would solve anything. And the people calling for civil war, I seriously doubt most of you would actually arm yourselves up and actually do something about the tyranny in this country, because quite honestly, myself included, we have just let the bullshit happen. We have. You know, people, I keep on telling these people, they say, communism is here. Communism is here. I was like, every time people say that, I'll be like, you do realize that communism has been here since probably the beginning of the Vietnam War? Communism has been in the United States long before I was born in this country.
And yet, people like Heavy Duty Country, they don't want you to have the ability to disagree. If you disagree, then you're automatically the enemy. It's moronic. It's an idiotic stance to have. So anyways, I'll end it here. If you're of the mind that we should make it illegal, then I think you're just as bad as the people who wanted to make not wearing one illegal.
Agreed.
Right? If you don't want to be muzzled, don't be muzzled. If you want to go ahead and muzzle yourself, go right ahead. Deprive your brain of oxygen. That's fine. I don't agree with it. I'm not going to defend it. I'm just saying, if someone wants to, let them. It's not hurting you. It's not hurting me. Let them do it. But instead, we want to call Big Daddy government and have them stomp on someone. As long as they're stomping on the people who disagree with us, we're okay with it. And like I said, he's a poltroon. He's yellow. He's too much of a coward to be able to leave the title of the video the way it was and then come out and...
He is a poltroon. I agree 110%.
Say, hey, you know what? I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said it like that. I was in the fields. I was a little angry. I was a little upset because I'm tired of seeing, people that are masked run around and treat people who aren't masked like they're secondhand subhuman, peons, serfs of this nation, right? So God bless you guys. Have a good one. And actually try and take a minute to think about it, And yeah. Stay alive, don't die. I stole that from Wes S.
It's an elephant heavy. I'm coming back, baby.
Gets up.
Don't know why that just. Sorry about that, folks. Just to give you guys, this is Dry Fire Faith, good dude. I actually met Dry Fire Faith through Freedom Inc. and all those other guys, and I actually liked what Dry Fire Faith said. Now, if you go down here, right, this is what Heavy Duty Country said. That's a pretty big butt plug hanging on your wall behind you. You doing okay, buddy? I don't know. I guess Heavy Duty's on his personal crusade of, snapping back at people who call him out and all that kind of stuff. I mean, dude, Heavy Duty Country, you do have a habit of being a Karen, so it is what it is. So there you go. But my gosh. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why, like, look at this. Look at this, Guns Coast to Coast. Look at this. See this comment right here that Heavy Duty Country posted on Dry Fire Faith's. Look at that. That's a pretty big butt plug hanging on your wall behind you. You're doing okay, buddy? Dude, seriously. What's your fascination with homosexuality and sex toys? I don't get that. Dude, maybe the good old days of the rodeos catching up to you and you're having some, maybe you have some, I don't know, maybe you have some brain damage or something like that. I mean, look at that, Guns Coast to Coast. He is a narcissistic idiot. I agree with everything that I agree with everything that Dry Fire Faith has said thus far. Do we have things that we don't agree with? Yes. But when you go around and say stupid shit like this, and you wonder why you're losing subs, well, gee. You see, there's a difference between you and I, HDC. I lose subs. I acknowledge the fact that there's a problem. I need to fix it. You just keep on, perpetuating the problem, like I said down here. He's perpetuating the problem. No, Alexander. Dry Fire Faith is a good guy. Not seems, he is a good guy. A really good guy. Nah, he doesn't want to. He's so dead set on, it's not just him. It's everybody else. I started talking to A American, and yes, we don't agree with everything, but he listens to me. I listen to him, or we're doing this email kind of thing. We agree with each other on some things, and some things we don't agree with each other on some things. That's just the way it is. This is what I'm trying to do. talk about these things. But hey, heavy duty country, like I said, you're more than welcome to be in my live stream. You and Black Scout Survival. Y'all give Dry Fire Faith a like, give him a subscribe. I think he actually deserves it because this guy, he knows what he's talking about. Prime example right here.
Warning, you probably won't like what I say, and you definitely won't like how I say it.
Here we are, America. We are perpetuating the definition of insanity, especially all you freedom lovers. We are doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and we are always expecting a different result. Now, under a Republican, under a Democrat, it does not matter. How many times have you, as a Second Amendment advocate, as a constitutionalist, as a freedom-crying American, how many times have you seen any of this work out in your favor?
Hardly. Like, just being honest, 99% of the time it doesn't go our way. Or maybe I'm over exaggerating. Maybe 75% of the time it doesn't go our way. Like I said, this dude, Dry Fire Faith, he knows exactly what he's talking about. He's very articulate. I don't know why HTC has this, fascination with butt plugs and, homosexuality and all that kind of stuff. He just uses, that's his go-to argument to attack others on their sexuality. Heavy duty country. I know some people have said to me on YouTube, I need to grow up. Dude, you need to grow up. You definitely need to grow up. By the way, your 2020 anthem song sucks. You need to redo it.
Now, there are times where we see these small victories, making a law that says that, hey, you have to follow a law that we, just now passed within our state because, fuck unalienable rights. Fuck them, right? What's unalienable? It means we cannot be alienated from those rights. And yet here you are begging and begging and pleading and listening to all these bleeding hearts, all of these YouTube personalities. Don't even fucking listen to me. What the fuck have I done? What have you done? What has anyone done? Yes, we make our best effort. But at this point, we are the definition of insanity. We are the epitome of foolish. And will it change? Will it get better? Is there a step up from this? No. See, the Supreme Court just took on a case, and it's the right to conceal carry in public across the board here in America. For anyone who can legally own one. Let me see. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Yeah, guns coast to coast. I actually saw that. He stated he's against backing the blue. I saw that video. I need to go back and rewatch it. That's the one thing I noticed about Hurt in that video. He doesn't back the blue.
It's too short. There's got to be more between the lines. In fact, there is. There is more between the lines. See, because the people who put pen to paper or quill to paper, ink to paper, hundreds of years ago, you want to know what they did? Not only did they talk the talk, but they walked the walk. And what are we going to do? We're going to talk the talk. We're going to put on airs and make it seem like we actually are doing something worthwhile. Are we? Are we doing anything? Will we do anything? And I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. I don't care if someone else wants to parrot what I say. I don't care if they want to take my ideas. I don't run with it. Be free. Take this shit and take it for what it's worth.
You're not going to do anything.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've used your what you said, that we perpetuate the definition of insanity where we do the same things over and over again, blah, 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 blah. I use that. I'm sorry about that, dude. I'm sorry.
You won't. You want to know why? Because you're comfortable. You're far too comfortable. You want to know why you're too comfortable?
Because it's been set up in such a way to where that is what we perceive to be true freedom.
Facts.
There's nothing more free than being comfortable, right? As long as that cell has a nice plush bed, padded walls, no sharp corners so you don't bonk your noodle, right? As long as we have certain commodities, as long as we get certain privileges, because at this point they are privileges, because regardless of whether or not you want to acknowledge it, you don't get to do it whenever you want. You have to earn that. You have to pay for that. And at any point in time, just like a shitty parent, just like an awful teacher, just like, I don't know, a tyrannical government, it's when it benefits them. It's not for you, the people. It's for them, the masters. Now, do we continue to play the game? Do we continue to play the game in the sense that, well, that's just how it is. We got to go along to get along. We have to say what they want us to say and how they want us to say it. We have to be calculated and work through this. How much calculating do you need? It's like when, what's the movie, The Hangover, when, the dude's going down the escalator, the stupid guy, the real stupid guy. He's going down the escalator and he's about to go play 21, and all of a sudden all the algorithms and everything are flying through the air like someone's writing it all down, like he's thinking all this shit through, and then all of a sudden he gets down there and what happens? Same thing that's always going to happen. Same thing that's continued to happen. We're going to get played. We've been played. And we're going along with it. You want to know why? Because we're still comfortable.
Facts.
Now, there are many people who truly have put their life on the line. Just I've gone through this before, right? But all of these people have been made out to be something that they weren't. Because to the victors, right? To the victors, history is whatever they want it to be. They rewrite it, they change it. And it might be little bits here and there, it might be moving a comma. So what's the solution? Is the solution to, I don't know, sit here and read all of these romanticized books about the past and about, days gone and how we're never going to get back there? Because that's all I see right now. And the reason that I see this is because everyone's so fucking worried about making money. Everyone's so worried about getting their message across that it's no longer a team effort anymore. Facts. It's my way or the fucking highway. Do you want to be free? Or do you want to have callous knees crawling around begging, please, sir, may I have some more? Yes, a broken record. If they can do it, fuck, I can too.
Facts. Truth. Preach it. Preach it, dry fire faith. In other words, people placate to their masters and beg for their rights and all that. It's the same old story. Oh, please, can I have some more? Big Daddy government, can I please exercise my rights? Oh, Big Daddy government, can I have these rights? Big Daddy government, can I get this permit to get a fully automatic firearm? And yet people think that this country is free. Hell, 95% of you never experienced true freedom. Don't give me that bullshit that this country is free. Your freedom is nothing more than an illusion.
Call your representative. Call your representative. Call your representative. For what? For who? For you? Ugh. You've got porn stars and actors running for governors in states all over. You have people thinking that they still have to ask permission to breathe uninhibited and freely. You know what I'm talking about? You see what I'm saying? There are so many fucking ads on this shit about that over and over. I mean, you can go to Facebook, go to YouTube, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, go to any of these sites, and you're going to see that there is an agenda. What's the agenda? Take the guns, indoctrinate the people, right? Make them fearful of something that probably shouldn't be feared, right? The only thing to fear is fear itself. Well, guess what? It's not only the only thing to fear is fear itself and freedom. Fear freedom. Fear being free. You know what? Most people, they need a piece of paper to tell them whether or not they're allowed to do something. At this point in time, what the fuck is all that paper for? Kindling? Starting a fire? Wiping when you run out of all of your other toiletries when the next pandemic fucking hits us hard? What's the point? What's the purpose? Why are we here? We have a digital reserve currency. We have millionaires, billionaires, multi-billionaires telling us that we're going to be allowed a certain amount of meat per month. I'm sorry. Who the fuck are you? They can tell us what to put in our body, when to put it in our body, how to put it in our body, and not to ask questions when they do it. And if you do, well, then guess what? There's probably something biblical in your head. You're messed up. This whole situation. It's the blind leading the blind. That's all it is at this point. You know what freedom is? Freedom is uncompromising. Freedom is not asking for permission. Why do you need their permission, right? To ordain and establish these truths. What truths? What document does that come from? To ensure the beneficent ends of this government, right? Further restrictions on who? Government. How come all of a sudden switch to restrictions on you and I? What does it matter? What is the purpose of all this? Why are we even talking any fucking more?
Well, that's my question. When does the talking stop? Oh, no, I can't. Per a certain individual, he believes that I entice political movements, political sides to do something bad or do something good. Oh my gosh. Dude, seriously. Says the guy who attacks other people. You know, the thing is, I never go on Zombie Farmers Lives and browbeat him. I never did that. But I have disagreed with him and have been abrasive. That I will say. I don't know why that I'm abrasive on, my videos. I don't know why, but, at least Zombie Farmer never resorted to the same bullshit that you did and your buddy did in my live stream. Oh, by the way, HTC, BSS, y'all about to be put on blast again by somebody else. Just FYI.
I made you guys a promise a long time ago. And that promise was that no matter what, I would never ask for money. I haven't, not going to. Not only will I not ask money from you, but I'm not going to ask for money from you two. I'm not going to ask for money from anyone for any reason. You want to know why? Because these hands, by the grace of God, have done enough for me. I don't love money. You see, I don't love life so much that I would enjoy being a slave. I don't love life so much that I would just give away willy-nilly all of my freedoms so that other people can feel comfortable around me. I'm loud. I'm boisterous. I've got a sharp tongue. I'm not gonna lie, I'm fairly salty. The majority of the time, fairly salty. You know what
I'm actually salty too. So we're we're good on that front. Dry Fire Faith. We're both salty. That should be a t-shirt. Stay salty. Stay salty, my friends. Oh man.
I'm not a backstabber. I'm not a liar. I'm not a thief. Have I ever lied? Yeah. Have I ever stabbed someone in the back? I guess it depends on the perspective, but guess what? I don't go out of my way to do it. And what are we all doing right now? What are we all doing right? We're waiting on bated breath for someone else to fucking take care of this problem. You remember when you were a little kid and you would make a mess in your room and your mom and dad would come in there and they'd be like, clean this up. And you'd be like, help me. And they would say, well, I didn't do it. You did it. You want to know why your parents more than likely did that? It's because it's personal accountability. Personal accountability. You must be accountable for you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the representatives do. It doesn't matter what the commander-in-chief does, right? It doesn't matter if it's Obama, Trump, Bush, Biden. It doesn't matter who it is. We must guard these rights jealously. Do you not even comprehend what that means anymore? Do you want to be free?
Well, it's like Stuart said. Sadly, I don't think any of this ends until it's about personal freedom. Like DFF said, people are too comfortable and value safety and comfort over true freedom. The powers that be don't want us to realize that we don't need them. We the people, folks.
Because if not, gets a licking.
It's an elephant heavy.
Oh man, nice touch. Always go back and watch this video. It's called Salty Freedom Rant, and it's gold, pure gold. Nelson Militia's another guy. Real good dude. All right. Now, do you all have any questions about the open forum live stream do you have any ideas, questions? If you want to come in to the live stream, you can. You can ask me these questions. Just say, hey, provide the link, bruh. Well, prime example, you have California, Illinois, Maryland, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Jersey, New York, even Hawaii.
Instead of talking about the
I'm sorry about that. Which reminds me, sorry. No, Stuart. No. Like I've always said, DTA, don't trust anybody. Because what happens if these motherfuckers they switch sides, and that's the one thing I'm concerned about. When the going gets tough, that's the one thing that gets me. The possibility that people switching sides, pulling the Benedict Arnold, all that bullshit. Let me react to Apoplectic Ben 3311's video.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Daily Dose. Are people getting smarter or are people getting dumber? Great question, right? 1 second. I personally say people are getting smarter. However, we have those people out there who say people are getting dumber because they no longer have to think on their own because everything's automated. They can just go look something up and figure out how to do it that way. And I understand that philosophy, and it makes sense. That would make a lot of people dumber and not use as much independent critical thinking skills. However, the information that is passing through when you're looking things up still goes through your brain. You still process that information. So the flip side is you are processing so much more information than you used to. At one point in our lives, we only knew so many things, and that was it. We didn't have access to the knowledge of everything else like we do now with Google and the computer and whatnot. So I would say we're getting smarter because we have more access. And as time goes on, I believe humans collectively will continue to come together. And instead of knock each other down and call each other stupid, I think we're going to start competing for intelligence here. And we're going to eliminate the old thinking, these old people who are stuck in their old ways, who are scared to death to change their thinking and scared to death to move on to the future. They're holding on for dear life out of fear. They're going to die off. And the new thinking's coming in. And I believe the new thinking is going to be free-minded. It's going to be based off of how far can we push our minds? How many ideas can we collaborate with together and connect them and see what we can come up with and continue?
I think this old school of thinking, it's like, personally, I'm all for it, but I'm also about, thinking outside the box, the new school of thinking. Look, listen, you got to think for yourself. That's just the way it is. That's the way it has to be. You got to think for yourself. Don't let your conservative or liberal beliefs dictate over, or govern over your point of views. That's what I'm trying to say. But there's so many people who let their liberal and conservative views govern over pretty much everything in their daily lives.
Continue to go, because it's not about how stupid or dumb you are at that point. It's about exploring our own brains and seeing how far our minds can actually go. I think that's where we're headed. I think we're on the crest of that happening. I believe there's a lot of people who are trying to prevent that from happening because they're scared. But whether you want it or not, it's going to happen. We're about to fucking launch here, and the free-minded movement is about to take off, and we're going to escape all the little things that are tying us back in our minds. Once we let go of these political barricades, this left, this right, this bullshit, these judgments, all this shit, and we are able to evolve further, then we will see what we can really do. We're going to be opening our minds to a level that we've never done before. Like Star Trek, we're going to go somewhere we've never gone before. That's where we're heading, and nobody can stop it. Not one person can stop that from happening except for yourself. And it still doesn't matter, because you'll just stay ignorant if that's what you want to do. It's your choice. So my opinion on the situation, people are evolving into more intelligent beings, even if you don't see it. That's why we're bumping heads so much right now, because people are learning so fast. But everything I can find out overnight, just about, except for secrecy. That's a whole different category there. That's how the people stay in power, through secrecy. But as far as everything else is concerned, we all can know what everyone else knows, and we can all share our thoughts and put it together. I see us evolving into a very, very, very brilliant species here because of technology, because of the ability to come together and collaborate our ideas. That's my opinion. Everybody has their own. What do you think? Do you think people are getting stupider, or do you think people are getting smarter over time, collectively? Like to hear that. All right, guys, have a good day. I deleted that video yesterday about the jail system, the prison system, because I didn't have all the information that I wanted to put into it. A lot of times I'm in a hurry. I just want to ask this quick question today to see how people felt about it. All right, take care. Talk to you soon.
My personal opinion is that, are we on track of that possibility that people are getting smarter, more intelligent? Maybe, maybe not. I'm on the fence on that one. But people watch the TV. They rather watch, news stations like Fox News, CNN. They rather go on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And, see, social media and these news media channels, whatever, have desensitized the American public. They have. I just can't sugarcoat it. I got to be consistent with my beliefs. Got to. But are people getting smart? I'm on the fence. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Yours may be different, so be it. We need to respect that and move on, because when the real shit goes down, all you can do is pray you was right. In my opinion, Ben, if technology continues to go down the path right now, like it's going down right now, it's doing nothing but promote laziness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People can say my opinion if people are getting smarter or not. They would say I'm indifferent about that. Hold on for a second, folks. My gosh, I figured there'd be a lot more people in here. Oh well. So does anybody have any opinions, any questions, any ideas about the open forum live streams? Please let me know. Oh my gosh, here we do. It is what it is, Chas B. Whatever. Oh, dang.
Look, y'all. Look, y'all. Me and my wife did not know this girl. Never met this girl. Never seen this girl in our life. But I tell you right now, she is saying some shit that's going to get her some charges. Like, you keep on calling social workers and shit, and you're bragging about it in the comments about you calling social workers, lying to social workers, filing false reports. You know how serious that is? Do you know how serious that is? Obviously not. And you're not country because you ain't even got a country twang to your voice. So you are a city girl, obviously. You can tell.
Oh, here we go. Who's more country than who, folks? Oh my gosh. Let's just prove how country we all are. My gosh. Quit your fucking bitch and then quit trying to prove to the whole world how country you are. Jesus Christ. Man.
Tell by your voice. You ain't even from Kentucky. I can tell it in your voice.
I don't know what this is about, but seriously, like, dude, do you really have to prove how country you are? My gosh. Oh, I'm more country than you. For crying out loud. Well, I keep asking y'all if you have any ideas about the open forum live streams. But y'all don't answer them. I'm going to end this live stream, but y'all take care.